y'all. This is Shelley Hinkson, your Weston Lakes Realtor. I'm here today with Frank Gonzales from Fairway Mortgage. Thanks, Frank, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's a good day. It's a beautiful day out today. So tell us, why did you become a lender?
I actually became a lender because of my first lending experience that I went through buying a home with my wife. It wasn't a bad experience, it just didn't feel very special. And I just feel like when somebody's making such a big purchase in their life and such a big event in their life, I feel like it should be special. You know, so that motivated me to get licensed, enter into the industry, and really just do better for people and really celebrate them. Because we've worked together before, and we love to celebrate our clients. Because whether it's your first time, second time, third time, it's exciting, it's stressful, it's everything.
It is, and yes, we have worked together, and I know you work very hard at making it at de-stressing the whole situation, because it is a stressful situation. No matter how many times you've bought a house,
even
every
if things are going good,
that's
it's still stressful because you got all those zeros.
Exactly,
involved.
exactly. And what I like the most is that you continue to communicate, constant communication with the clients and with us as the realtor and the realty team, and I appreciate that. That helps to make it run smoother, and I appreciate that. So you've been doing this a while. What is the most memorable experience you've had so far?
It always goes back to that first-time home buyer. They're normally it's the biggest roller coaster. Again, even if things are going well, they're just so nervous because they're literally making history because they have never done that before. But one in particular, a couple months ago, I had a gentleman that purchased a home for the first time, young man, but his parents had never owned a home. His older siblings had never owned a home. So literally he was the first one to break the cycle and actually have ownership in a property, something that was his, and that one was very special.
Wow, it is special, and sometimes I think some people might forget that that's special for the other people, because we do this all the time. So we have to remember and make a point to make it extra special for them.
For sure.
And I appreciate that about what you do as well. So I know I get a lot of odd questions, and no question that you don't know the answer to is not a good question, but what's the most odd request you've had so far?
Well, one thing that being in the business for a little bit, I feel like we do a really good job of setting expectations and kind of framing like this is the way things are going to go, or this is what works best, and people follow our lead, which works well. But sometimes it can get a little dicey because some borrowers are really interested in owning, or they're really eager to own a piece of property and to qualify, and they kind of want to fudge some of their numbers, and well, can we just put this? And technically that's fraud, and fraud is illegal, and so I'm going to stay away from that. But that, I would say, it doesn't happen often, but sometimes people are like, oh, well, I can just have my cousin make me a document that says I make this much. I'm like, we actually can't do that.
Right.
But this is what we can do. So we'll find something that's within the law and qualify that way. Yeah.
And there's a big thing out there right now with sellers that there's a big fraud thing going on, that people are trying to sell property, like mostly raw land, that is not theirs.
Didn't you just have something?
I did just have something like that.
You were like Sherlock Holmes.
I had to do a lot of research to figure out that this person wasn't the owner of this property, and come to find out, it's really rampant right now. That's
crazy.
A big problem right now in the industry. So, Frank, I run across people all the time that say, well, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait till the interest rates go down. I'm going to wait till the prices of houses go down. I'm just going to wait for a little while. When exactly is the best time to buy a house?
That's a great question. Really, it's going to depend per person, and it really means, really the best time is when they're ready. If someone is trying to time the market you know, there is no real estate crystal ball out there that's gonna, and if you had access to that, you'd be the richest person on planet Earth, right? But when interest rates are low, prices are gonna be higher. And when interest rates are higher, prices are gonna go low. We're seeing that right now. Rates are higher than they've been in the last few years, significantly, but we're starting to see prices of homes come down. So if you look at any thought leaders like in the financial industry, even Dave Ramsey, he's encouraging people, buy the house. You know, Warren Buffett, he's still investing. I think that the most important thing is that you are aware and you kind of know what your options are after you purchase that home. And that's going to come from a real estate team. Your realtor is going to make sure that you're buying in a home in an area that is appreciating, that's in a good area, that's going to hold its value or increase. And then me as a lender, I can guide you on, oh, you know, when is a good time to refinance? And we can take advantage of the market that way.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's good advice, because, you know, they do have to be ready. And when you're ready, you're ready.
Right.
Let's do it. Let's figure out what we need to do. But I like what you said, that you have to know what your options are after you purchase the home. And if the interest rate is high, refinance a year from now, or when the interest rates go back down. And
I think that's the biggest thing, is that people think that once they, you know, they make that initial purchase, like it's done, and it's not. You know, it's like, it's almost like a relationship. Like you keep working at it, and you know, there's things that change, and there are options available.
Good, good. So, what do you like to do for fun outside of work?
Yeah, outside of work. So I born and raised in Houston, so that means I enjoy the heat. I'm used to the heat. I do enjoy being outside. What I would say that I really enjoy doing is playing golf, even though I'm not very good at it. I've recently joined Fairway, and now one of my nicknames is Fairway Frank. But what's funny is that my ball's never on the fairway. It's always somewhere else. But I like to put myself through that pain, because even though at the end of 18 holes I have a really high score, which is not the objective of golf, I still end up having a pretty good time, because I really enjoy being outside. Other than that, I really enjoy watching my daughter play softball, which is also outside. So those are my two things that I enjoy doing most.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. So if someone wants to get in touch with you, they have a lending question, they want to apply for a loan, or they're thinking about getting a home, or they want to ask you questions about their credit score.
For sure.
How is the best way for them to get in touch with you?
You can go to my website, applywithfrank.com. They can shoot me an email, frank@applywithfrank.com.
Okay.
And also Instagram, there's a lot of resources there. I post a lot of videos, educational videos that talks about different loan options and strategies, investing strategies that, you know, are pretty helpful and can give people some direction on what their next move should be.
Great. That's so awesome. Thank you. Well, I really appreciate your time today, and thank you for sharing with us, and I appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's been a good day.
Had a good time.
So this concludes another episode of Getting to Know Weston Lakes. If you have any questions about home lending or any questions about a home, please contact Frank or I. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for watching Getting to Know Weston Lakes. If you or anyone you know would like to engage in our program to support local businesses and our community, please call me, 832-377-7542. I'm Shelley Hinkson, your Weston Lakes Realtor, bringing heart and home together. Treating clients like family, it's what I do. Have a blessed day.